I bet we've already probably started and I haven't realised yet. There's already 2 people in. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Weekend League. The first group, not the second group, even though the second group go before the first group. I don't understand it either. But yeah, welcome everyone. Hopefully stream is working all good. Just let me know if there's any issues. Fortunately, I am alone on this one. A couple of people have joined in, but here we go. Got a couple of people just joining the session as well, and a couple of replacements. And a couple of people joining in. Good evening, everyone. But yeah, welcome back to the Weekend League. This is the second group. Obviously, we've got a couple of people in here from the first group, but this is what we've got so far. So yeah, it's Rayfizz in first position, then it's CLM Ferrari in second, then it's Wiggly Style third, Ben Roberts fourth, JB Surreal in fifth, Isaac Smart sixth, Bon Evil seventh, Shakes in eighth, Drams in ninth, Green Check in 10th. I don't know who Daniel Ricciardo is, but that's in 12th. Watson 13th, Noisy Boy in 14th, Bobster in 15th, it's Sexify in 16th, and Bequaz Boy there at the back of the pack there 17th. But obviously those guys from from Daniel Ricciardo down to Bequaz Boy haven't put in times yet. I just want to be careful of that on the left hand side there, as we saw Wiggly Star go past the almighty death pillar that is on the right hand side, which we saw someone get claimed by last race, and we saw Cryptek get claimed by it in the Premier Series last season. Welcome back, everyone. Just having a look here, right on board with Rayfizz, and there's a spinner. I believe it's Sexify in the Red Bull having a bit of a spin there. Welcome back, Piero. Oh, Sexify getting very leery on the rear there. Welcome, Jutsi Kev. Let's see who's on a lap at the moment. Bequaz Boy, the what I like to call the comeback king. Bon Evil, welcome as well. Just let me know, guys, if the game sounds a bit too loud, because for me it sounds quite loud, but for you it might be alright. Speaking of loud, Noisy Boy here. Noisy Boy is actually Silver Star, so if you're wondering who Noisy Boy is, then that is Silver Star, so yeah. Let's have a look here who else is on a lap. Daniel Ricciardo's on a lap. I believe this is Ted MC, who I literally just got in the final second to race. And let's see what lap he is able to do. He's on a lap at the moment. It's gone purple, actually, through the middle sector. I believe this is Ted in the Renault on the medium tyres. The Renault, which will become the Alpine for next season. Nicely out of that corner there from Ted to the line. What does he do? 17.2. He actually went fastest through the middle sector on those mediums. Not bad from him at all, not bad. Possibly going for an alternate strategy, starting on the medium tyres. But yeah, it's still Rayfizz out in front. Let's see what CLM Farron can do. Remember, him and Sexify brothers. Sexify retiring from the session. So, bit of an interesting one there. He will start from the back of the grid. But here comes CLM Ferrari to the line. Improves by 0.5 of a second, but not quick enough to go ahead of Bequaz Boy or even Rayfizz. Yeah, Daniel Ricciardo is making his Gavra Racing debut. It's an interesting one. So Wiggly Style starting his lap. He's also on the mediums. Ben Roberts on the lap as well. He's on the medium tyres, coming through the middle sector. So he's flying at the moment. As Isaac Smart now also in the McLaren. Them two, Ben Roberts and Isaac Smart, actually teamed up last season, but they were in the last weekend league. They were in the Williams. That's right, the Williams. Watt's leaving the session. Yeah, Renault. Yeah, it's true, Gavra. Renault needed a win. So they decided to call in Daniel Ricciardo. Or as that young Australian kid used to call him, Daniel Avocado. Is he avocado, is he not? Or some people call him like Daniel, like Ricciardo, and that annoys me. When they call him Ricciardo, it's not Ricciardo, it's Ricciardo. Daniel Ricciardo. The Australian. I think he's actually a really good driver, you know, Daniel Ricciardo. I really do like him, to be fair. I think him and Norris are going to be a really good lineup for the McLaren next season. So I was right on board with Drams here. Let's have a look and see what he can do through the final sector. He's be looking to improve on his time. With in the AlphaTauri, once the Toro Rosso for many years. Recently the rebrand to AlphaTauri, which is Red Bull's clothing brand actually. How Red Bull somehow have a clothing brand now, but hey ho. 1 minute 15.9 there from from Drams there in the AlphaTauri. I think 10th behind Bonneville. Probably would be expecting Bonneville to put in a faster time here. Let's have a look. Comes through now through turn 3 this is. Then up into turn 4, the fast right left-hander there. Now down into turn 5. Want to stay off that inside curve there. Now moving up towards turn 6 and 7. The chicane with the humongous, monstrous chicane of sausages there. Now, what did that say? 6 and 7? This is 8. This is 9, I think. Yep, this is 10. Then through now, this is turn 11, high speed. Little right-hander down towards turn 12. A potential overtaking zone. We saw a couple of people do it earlier on today. Now through turn 14, I believe this is. Yeah. Hooking it very nicely there. Using part of the pit lane entry there just to get the line. Now through turn 14, the final corner, using all the curve. Now shooting down to the line, and it is 4 for Bonneville, a 1:14.5 there. Let's have a look here as Green Chicken around start his lap in the Williams. There's a Renault, I believe Daniel Ricciardo, coming around the final stages. It's just that looks like that's just a warm-up lap. And about to start. By the way, this is Ted MC, because you can see in the top right-hand corner it says Ted MC. But here goes Ted. Let's ride on board with him on this lap here. Down into turn 1. Into third gear, cutting across the curb a little bit on the inside. That would have cost him a lot of time. But getting the exit nicely. DRS open. He's going to probably go down into third here, and he does. Hooking the car nicely there, up into 4, flat out through this section. Could have been a little bit tighter to the curb there. As he goes up now towards turn 4, sweeping it in there. Could have used a little bit more of the curb on the inside. The game does enable you to do so. Staying in 4th gear for this corner, through turn 5, now down to turn 6. Down into 3rd gear, shifting, using the curb on the inside is what you want to do. Now down into 4th here, using as much curb as you can through this section here. It's all about just playing with the throttle through here. Throttle control through those 2 corners now here. A quick downshift into 5th gear. That's a really good sector from Ted. He's 8/10 up on his time. Down into 3rd gear here through turn 12. Now through turn 13. Doing very well there. Now through the final corner. What is he able to do as he comes round? And he's going to come across the line. And in the end, improves by 1.3 seconds there goes Ted. Moves himself up to 11th place. Is it a bug or does Ted have the same helmet as Ricard? It could do. Could do. I don't know. Yeah, it's because Ted joined halfway through the quali, so I think it might be just Daniel Ricciardo's character. I don't know, possibly. Anybody else on a lap at the moment? Watts is on a lap. He has a lot of lag. Probably wants to sort the lag out pretty much immediately. As Isaac Smart is starting his lap now as well. J&B Surreal on a lap as well. McQuaz Boy just starting a lap, so we're going to have quite a few people coming in at the end of this quali session. Wait, hang on. We just had Jutsi Kev. So wait, which Jutsi is this? Is that Jutsi Kev or is that Jutsi Kev? Can someone explain which Jutsi Kev's the which Jutsi Kev and which Jutsi Kev's the one that... Yeah, anyone? So you're Jutsi Kev, so who's this Jutsi Kev then? Oh, you're Ray Fizz, Makes sense. So Ray Fizz is Jutsi Kev. Just Jutsi, okay. So there's Jutsi and Jutsi Kev, okay, that's great. The confusion is real. Oh, that was a big no, quick check. No, don't stop confusing it more. No, I'm Jutsi Kev actually now. Everyone's Jutsi Kev. We're all Jutsi Kev. We are all Jutsi. You're Jutsi, I'm Jutsi, he's Jutsi, you're Jutsi, they're Jutsi. If anyone knows where that... If anyone knows the reference from... if anyone's seen SpongeBob, if you know the reference where it's like, he's Squidward, you're Squidward, I'm Squidward. And then they're all like, yeah, and then everyone's Squid. That was literally that moment there. Was literally that exact scene out of SpongeBob, man. I always relate to SpongeBob because it's so relatable, man. Banging TV show. So then the woman goes around the house because Squidward's trying to sell his house. And he's like, he's Squidward, you're Squidward, I'm Squidward. We're all Squidward. So you see Cryptek's Jutsi, then Jutsi's Jutsi, Rayfizz is Jutsi, I mean Gavra's Jutsi. Your Kev, it's apparently Scout and Kev Jutsi. I mean, oh god damn, everyone is. Everyone's Jutsi Kev. Anyway, racing. The Quaz Boy not being able to put in time, so he will start in second place for now. CLM Ferrari, 800's up on his time at the moment. He's coming through the middle sector. There's a Mercedes coming around the final corner. That is Ray Fizz, not Jutsi Kev. Not Jutsi. You can call me Kevin. That's it's fine. Don't worry. I should be calling you Kevin. I can remember you saying before, call me Kevin. There's a Ferrari coming around the final corner. It is the Ferrari of CLM Ferrari to the line. What will he do? And he goes ahead of the Quaz Boy. Improves on his time by 2/10. There's a Haas coming to the line. I believe that was Noisy Boy. He was actually Silver Star. Anybody else going to improve? I don't see the grid moving. Daniel Ricciardo only able to get as far as 11th. Oh, Jutsi is your last name. Is that aren't you both from from Switzerland? Aren't you both? I swear, yeah, both from Switzerland. Is that a very? Is that very like? Is that like a Swiss surname? Because no, I haven't heard that surname before, so it must be. Oh, and then we've got Jetsi as well. I think Jetsi's a different person. Anybody else coming to the line? That's the Ferrari Nexus across there, the CLM Ferrari. He's not on a lap. I believe the next person is Noisy Boy. Oh yeah, Jetsy's Dutch. So Silver Star not being able to improve. Anybody else been able to improve? Daniel Ricciardo? Will Shakes improve? No, he doesn't. I think that's going to be it. I think so. Unless Black Baller got improved. No. Wait, what does this say? Yeah, the Jutsi and Jetsy really did get quite confusing at times. Well, now Jutsi Kev's Cryptech. For God's sake. Well, I'm Lando Norris then, there you go. Someone has not retired the car, so we have to do it. Here you go. Ray Fizz, first position then it's CLM Ferrari in second, Bonneville in third, then it's Quasmon in fourth, Ben Robertson fifth, JB Stroll sixth, Noise Boy seventh, Wiggly Starlight, Green Chicken ninth, Isaac Smart 10th, Dram 7th, Ted 12th, Shanks 13th, couldn't get to the end. Hey, Squidward, yours. I've got that in my head now. Hey, Squidward, yours, Squidward. I'm Squidward. No rain, apparently. No, because off ABS and traction medium it just makes you slower. No, no, right. I disagree. Because I've actually gotten quicker by having medium traction and by having ABS off. So, chance to reverse card that comment, Jutsi Kev. people should try, and as they get better at F1, they should try taking more and more assists off until they eventually have no assists. Ah, yes, exactly. Yeah, you are so much faster. Yeah, see? Boom. My point is backed up. Hey, Squidward, you're Squidward. I can't get that out of my head now. And it goes like this, and this, and this, and that, and this, and that, and then... Here we go. It's about to get serious. And by serious, I mean weekend league serious. Because life is on the line. We have two people who have disconnected and are now going wheel to wheel down into turn one. Here they go, and there we go. And the lights are properly out, and away they go. After a good start here from Ray Fizz, who's not judging Kevin, who's judging Kevin. Oh, there's Peter! There's a huge... Oh my, what on earth? There's been a huge crash. It's like Mugello all over again. Yeah, it's literally just Mugello. I don't even know, like, from what it looked like, right? And I don't know what it looked like, right? But from my point of view, it looked like one of the McLarens. Now, the only McLaren I could guess it would be is Ben Roberts. Lit up the rears off the beginning and went sideways, and then it just kind of had that Constantina effect where it's like everybody behind Ben Roberts has crashed into him, literally like Mugello, I think is what has just happened. I don't know if it is Ben Roberts, but that is what I saw. But that was something, I'll give you that. Yeah, that would have been... Now, Piero, mate, that probably, in real life, would have been a red flag, yes. It would have been quite awful. But luckily, we're in a virtual game and no one gets hurt, so... Rafe is leading the way, though, nicely, over Bon Evil in second, but Quazboy third. The two comeback kings, both on the same team this Weekend League, here in the Weekend League 1. So the three drivers go into the pits. I think it was a Constantino attack. I did see those three drivers collide. I think it was Ben Roberts that went sideways, who was the beginning of said crash. But I don't know for sure. Look like I'm just hazarding a guess. But the AI leading the way, obviously they will just slowly and surely just start to drop to the back of the pack. Because they will be a lot slower than the rest of the field. So a couple of people putting in some quick laps there. And we are in Hungary, where Gavra decided to choose the one track where there is like pretty much, apart from Monaco, where there's like barely any overtaking. Good on you. It's fine. We still had some overtakes last race, to be fair. That's some good racing. Good battle for first at the end of the second race. There we go. I told you Rafers would just be able to fly past these AI. He does so nice and efficiently. Wants to be careful on the rear there. And a little bit loose-goosey on the rear. Oh, there's someone very close behind, yes, CLM Ferrari, right up behind Quazboy. Now JMB Surreal actually getting involved as well. Let's see what's going to happen here. Will they be able to look for the moves? The overtakes. I'm not really looking for it there. Bon Evil going past the AI. Yeah, as I said, these AI just dropped to the... If you start seeing overtakes happening, then it's probably because the both of these AI are just slowly dropping towards the back of the grid. That's not COVID. Just want to make that very clear. Oh, Jamie Thrill might be looking for a move on CLM Ferrari down the inside, and there was a bit of contact on the exit. But no real major contact, as Shakes is this giving the worst camera angle ever, has gone past Black Bala there at the back, as everyone just going past the AI. I keep on thinking it's an actual overtake, but it's just the AI slowly dropping to the back of the grid. Quaz boy going past the AI. I think Ted actually just got past someone there. He did actually just got past the racing. Oh no, it's an AI again. Oh yeah, there goes Bobster falling down the grid. AI once again. Hopefully these AI will just drop back, and then we can just forget about them for now. Everyone will just nice to be able to just follow through. Did Bobster just regain control of his car? I don't know. It looked like he just regained control of his car there. But Ted's doing well here in 7th place. Daniel Ricciardo apparently just left between qualifying and the race. But here goes Ted now. Will he might actually be looking for the move on the McLaren here? He's going to have DRS. Will he go to the inside here? Isn't going to look forward there at the moment. It's just staying behind the McLaren at the moment. Both Renault-powered cars, and Ted using a lot of the curb there on the entry to turn 2. This is turn 3. Now this is turn 4. Ted staying very closely behind the McLaren at the moment. Said both Renault-powered cars. That McLaren though will not be powered by Renault in the future. Will be a Mercedes engine. Is it next year? Someone can correct me on that. Someone in the chat correct me. Is it next year or the year after the McLaren? Didn't they get? No, is it next year they get the Merc engines? I hope they do. I don't know. Someone can correct me. Anyway, Ted right up behind Isaac Smart still in the McLaren. With a bit of a train going on here, a bit of a DRS train. It's kind of just not allowing anyone to look for any moves at the moment. I'm sure the pit stops a little bit later on might add a bit of that. And as I was just said that, CLM Ferrari dives it into the pits, does not collide with the vicious concrete advertising board pillar that Cryptek met his demise in a Ferrari. That's a Cryptek. I will keep mentioning that every single time we do this. Just but yeah, a few people coming in for a fresh set of mediums. Once again, Ted just not being able to get close here. Just stuck in that DRS train because the McLaren ahead, also having DRS, actually got it off a CLM Ferrari. Not within that range yet. 2.1 seconds behind the front two at the moment. Casboy and JMB Surreal. And no one in the chat actually correcting me on that, so I must be right. It must be next year. I hope it is next year. Ted though, still up behind Isaac Smart here. JMB Cyril actually keeping with Quazboy. I thought Quazboy may have been able to pull out a little bit of a gap here. But these two getting very, very close. As will these two come into the pits? Quazboy does, JMB Cyril does, Isaac Smart does, so does Ted. Comes into the pits as well. It's Sexify also coming into the pits. Will Bobster come into the pits? Yeah, it's an AI. So the AI of the I can't speak today. Oh, no one knows. Okay, that's fine. Apparently I just can't speak today. So Green Chicken staying out in the Williams. Ray Fizz takes the lead. Back in, well, not takes the lead. It's provisional pole? I was going to say provisional pole. The net lead, that's it. The net lead of the race. I actually cannot speak today, apparently. It's just... Takes the net lead of the race, with JMB Surreal closely behind. It's a Quazboy. Isn't it with JMB Surreal closely behind? I am really just... Yeah, I know, just to get not pole position. I know, it's... Oh, we've got a spinner, and it is Bequan's boy, and he's got front right end plate damage, so he will have to come into the pits for that, and that is not going to be great for the Alfa Romeo. He had a very good start, did Bequan's boy, and he's actually retired the car there. After that, didn't decide to carry on, and retired it in probably what could have been the most awkward spot possible. But yeah, both of the two front runners, the AI and Green Chicken, go into the pits. Now goes the medium tyres for those guys. As Ray Fizz still leading the way. This is Jutsi, by the way, not Kevin Jutsi, just Jutsi. But it's not Jutsi, it's Ray Fizz. Don't make sure you don't get that confused. Watts has it actually managed to join back. His car, though, being in 10th place, and look now, he's just, oh no, he left and then he joined, and then he left and then he joined. His internet is, well, how can I describe it? I can't even say the word. Cataclysmic. Big words there, big words. Oh, JB Surreal actually getting past Bon Evil there. Wait, has Bon Evil got wing damage? Bon Evil does have wing damage. Where did Bon Evil get that wing damage from? It's alright, Dylan, mate. Don't you worry, pal. It's alright. Don't you worry, mate. And now, thank you, Codemasters. You've given me 0 interval gaps, apart from one, which Ted has now. Oh no, you've given me none of the front 5 have interval gaps. Thanks. Thanks, Codemasters. The main place where the battling most likely should be happening. Someone was looking for a move there. It's going to be Noisy Boy, which is Silver Star down the inside. A bit of pushing and shoving. That is not allowed in racing. You cannot be pushing people off of the track. As are the two Haas boys right next to each other now. Outside, one of them inside the points, one of them outside the points. The story of Haas's life last season. The story of Haas's life. And Bon Evil's had a spin again. And that is not what you want to see. Both Alfa Romeos have it's gone from bad to worse for them in this race, but Ted doing superbly well. He's kept it consistent, bearing in mind that I know he had pretty much 0 practice, but he said he knows the track pretty well, so as yeah, let's see if Ted can pop himself on the podium. And finally, Gav, we might see a Renault on the podium. And I don't want to speak too soon, like we did last time, but we could do. And Bon Evil into the pits, wing damage, and retired the car. So that is going to be not 1 but 2 Alfa Romeos retiring the car. 2 of the Alfa Romeo Saubers. Bon Evil, I lost my touch after being away from the game for too long and putting continuing spinning and losing me. Yeah, true, mate. After I left the game for a while, it's difficult to come back to after you've left it for a while, man. Yeah, the Alpha is unfortunate for the Alphas today. Yeah, I know, Jutsi Kev. I don't know why I said it. I've like given like the biggest commentator's curse you'll ever come across. So look, 6 seconds of penalties to C length Ferrari. Could see a Renault on the podium. We could do. But yeah, I know how it is, man. I went over to. I was on GT Sport for ages over the winter. Left F1 completely in the dead, and then came back on F1 for F2. Did some laps in F1 cars as well. And I was just like, what? I was like, what is this madness? Like downforce and grip, high speed car. Just Kev, Ray Fizz's pace is great today. Bonnie was saying, just not feeling it today, nothing's gone right. We have our off days, on days and off days. There's a Watts now. getting the move done up into 7th position. So it seems like the Alfa Romeo team just not feeling it today. Shame, guys. Everyone has their off days, man. Everyone has their off days. Oh. Even the best drivers have their off days. Valtteri Bottas every day. Anyway. Oh, someone's had a spin. It shakes in the Haas. Bit of a spin there. Someone's going to come in the chat now and have a go at me for saying Valtteri Bottas is had an off day every day. I'm sorry, man, but you've got to admit, his starts have just been awful this year. His starts have just been terrible. Like, fair enough, Bahrain, yeah, I know, no, sorry. I was going to say, fair enough, Bahrain, he was on the dirtiest side of the track, but that was when Lewis drove. When Russell drove, Russell had the dirtiest side of the track and still got ahead of him into turn 1. I know, yes, I know, it's inside line, this and that, but, you know. I know, what was his other bad starts? Didn't you have one in Hungary? Turkey was just awful. But it just showed, man, like, showed that he had no skill to keep that car under control in those conditions. Bearing in mind the conditions were pretty bad, but I mean, Lewis could keep the car in control. Russell could keep the car in control. And, you know, Vettel could. Leclerc could. Verstappen span a few times, but he could. Actually, no, he didn't, did he? No, he didn't. Didn't even get on the podium. It's true, actually. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. There's not really much racing going on, if I'm honest. I'm just waffling on now at this point. If anybody has anything to talk about, please, you know, send any questions my way. Anything racing related, anything Gavra related. As I said, this happens in Hungary. You just lose all of the form of racing, and it just becomes a practice session. Hopefully we might see some overtaking towards the end. Might see some racing going on. So we'll have a quick run down so there's the penalties. So by looking at it, it's 6 seconds ish to CLM to Ted. So the Renault could get on the podium. Isaac Smart can't. Ray Fizz will stay. Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah, it looks like Noisy Boy will move down to 10th. Sexify might move also down to about 8th. Isaac Smart probably most likely stay where he is at the moment. Ah, lull. He seemed to have had a bit of a lull in this race. Oh, and as I just said that, we're about to receive an overtake. Here we go, it's Zexify. Will he be looking for the movie shot to the outside? And now he's going to go down the inside, and indeed does get the move done nicely. Nice move from it, Sexify up into 5th position. After he started, pretty much, actually, if we look at the position change, from the back of the grid. So he's done really well there. Pony will just saying, I'm actually done with this. Is something else happened, or is this just can't quite understand. Are you just commenting, just saying I'm actually done with this? Then no, that's chill. To be honest, we're all done with Codemasters as F1, so I'm just blaming Codemasters again. A glitched curb. Oh, is that the... Is the glitched... Wait, where's the glitched curb? Is that the... Are you on about turn 5? The one that just sends people to the Shadow Realm? Because I don't think it's necessarily a glitched curb. I think it's just very slippery. I'll tell you what is a glitch though. You see that Rolex board there? Not the one that's on the one that's on the tarmac. It's the painted one onto the ground. That painted Rolex board on the outside of turn 2, right? If a car drives over it, the car is actually seen to be underneath the Rolex board, not actually on top of it. Turn 4. Oh, okay. Glitched curb at turn 4. Exactly know which glitched curb you're on about, but you know, it's fine. Is there any way we can look at this set? Glitch turn 4. So it's this turn coming up here. Any glitched curbs? That curb there glitched. Which one? Outside, inside? Outside, possibly. I really want someone to run wide at turn... Someone... Bon Evil, right? When you in your... Oh, no, I was going to say when you're in your one-shot quant. Oh, no, ignore me, it doesn't matter. I was going to ask you if you could run wide on that Rolex thing there, so I could show people what I was on about. Inside of turn 4 just spat me off into the back. Interesting, I've never seen that before, actually. So inside in there... Seemed alright when Sexify went over it. Interesting. Oh, very deep there from Sexify, but we have got a little bit of a battle now formed on our hands between Isaac Smart, Watts, and Sexify. I'm currently just moving on my chair. I sound like an old man just then, didn't I? Jesus. Oh, right. Might see an overtake here. Here we go. Oh, that was a bit of a bit of a chunk of oversteer. I tried to just say something, and I can't speak words, but bit of oversteer there from Watts. It's actually going to be right behind Isaac Smart. I have the DRS, but unfortunately no move there for the racing point. And it's going to stick between these three. We've got a nice little battle on our hands here for what is 5th position here at the end of this race. And let's see, is Ted going to get that podium position? Oh, I don't think he does unless J&B Surreal picks up some penalties. He's going to be close though. And I think Sexify might look for a move here. No, isn't going to go forward there. It's a very difficult position to look for the move. I didn't realise exactly where they were on track. But these three very, very close to each other. And that's actually allowing Silver Star to get involved. Green Chicken to get involved, sorry. Silver Star actually behind Green Chicken. I just completely ignored the Williams that was in between this pack and the next one. But nice little battle on our hands. Sexify needs to be careful. He's a little bit all over the place at the moment. So everyone coming through the final corner. You need a good exit out of this corner if you want some chance of making an overtake. Down into turn 1. Will we see it happen here? Looks like Isaac Smart gonna go defensive. This may allow Sexify to get involved, and he got a huge chunk of oversteer. Here we go now. It's gonna be the racing point around the outside here. Into turn 2, through turn 3, having to hold it on the inside, but the McLaren going all the way around the outside. Then kept the position. It's very, very close between those two, and that is what happens. And there is a huge Constantina effect, and that is what happens, ladies and gentlemen. If you get on the turn 5 curb, it will do what it just did there, spin the car around. And how unfortunate for Watts, because he was right up behind Isaac Smart there, but actually it's going to be Ray Fizz who takes the win. Brilliant pace from him this race. CLM Ferrari will come across and take second. Oh no, GMB Surreal, sorry, will take second. CLM Ferrari will take third. Ted is going to come across the line here and take fourth. And let's have a look here. Is Sexify take fifth? But let's see what it's going to be behind. It's a ton of people coming across the track. Wiggly Style actually takes fifth. Then is Green Chicken sixth. Sexify seventh. Isaac Smart eighth. Then it was Silver Star in ninth. Watts in 10th. Shakes is going to come across in 11th. See you later, Jutsi Kev. See you later, mate. Then it's Ben Roberts in 12th. Then it's Bobster in 13th. Bobson 14th actually. Drams in 13th, and then it's going to be Black Bala in 50th place. Is it Black Bala or Black Baller? It could be Black Baller. I don't know. Baller. But it'd be Baller if it was ER, wouldn't it? I don't know. So Jutsi Kev, is that Jutsi or is that Jutsi leaving? Which Jutsi is it? That's the question. Is it Jutsi? Is it Jutsi? Is it Kev Jutsi? Jutsi Kev leaving. Okay. And see you later, mate. Work at 4 o'clock, eh? Jeez. Well, have fun. But remember, this is only the first of 2 races. No, you won't have fun. Okay. No fun then. All serious when we're at work. No fun, guys. Come on. Ben Roberts, if you could explain what happened, because I'm not saying it was your fault, but from what I saw, it looked like you went into a half spin pretty much immediately, and then there was just a big Constantina effect, which, I mean, that's not necessarily your fault, but if you're lighting up the rears on the start, then I don't know. I don't know what happened, mate, if I'm honest. I didn't quite see. I just saw a load of crashes happen in the background, and I was like, yeah. Here we go, one-shot quali. 25% race. We're getting ready to go. Ben Roberts subscribed at tier 1. Thanks, Ben Roberts. Ah, okay. I'm sure if they want to put in a claim or whatever, I'm sure it'll be looked at. Depends though what happens. On to the next race. Here we go. No rain. Do you know what would be really funny? If there was rain and then Dan wasn't here to see the rain. That would be quite jokes. I honestly think that would be jokes. Apparently no one is loading in, which is lovely. Yeah, it has been a long time, Pierre, mate, since we've had any form of a wet race, if I'm honest. Let's see if we can ride on board with the race winner. I'm going to go to the top of the leaderboard. There we go. Let's ride on board. Can Rayfizz put in the lap? At the moment it's CLO Ferrari leading. Ted's retired. Can Rayfizz do it down to turn 12? Round now. Through the final corner. Can Rayfizz bring the time that he needs to pull off the lap to beat Baquan's boy? No, only 2 tenths off for Rayfizz. And there it is. So it's Baquan's boy in pole position. Rayfizz second, Bunny Evil third, James fourth, Noisy Boy fifth, CLM Ferrari sixth, Sexify seventh, Wiggly Star eighth, Drams in ninth, Shakes in 10th, Watts 11th, Isaac Smart 12th, Green Chicken 13th, Ben Roberts 14th, and Ted at the back there in 15th place. What's happened, Barney? What's happened? You can understand now why we are all hating this game. Join the hate wagon. Join it. Join it. Yeah, it was actually, to be fair. Where did my teammate go? I don't know where your teammate went. Honestly, don't know. He's gone. Just left you. Drams leaving the session. Welcome, Dutchie. Welcome to the chat. Wait, now get ready to start the next race. Final race of this weekend. No Bookmasters. I think we're just complaining about how the weather is on dynamic, and we've had 0 rain out of the 4 entire races that we've had. 4 races out of the how many races? If it's 4 in this weekend, 4 in the 8 races we've had so far, we've had 0 rain. It's not necessarily Bugmasters, to be fair, but I mean, Bugmasters have been in play today. Actually, someone got sent into the stratosphere apparently by a curb, a turn 4. Apparently, inside curb just got sent to the Shadow Realm. The Rolex board at turn 2, the car actually goes underneath it instead of over it in spectator cam, which is quite funny actually. I should have got someone to drive over it to give me an example. It would have been hilarious. Has it glitched? Don't tell me it's glitched. Better not be glitched. Oh, they better not be glitched. Because it's Bugmasters and they glitch everything. They can't even get a goddamn... You can't even get an advertising board, right? Oh, no, apparently there's no glitch. Oh, we're good then. We are sound. Let's get ready to go. Another 18 laps of Hungary, the Hungaro ring. The track for 0 overtaking. It provides skill, precision, and accuracy. And 0 overtaking. Here we go, and once again the drivers will not be ready for the lights, as they never are in this game because this game is retarded. And there goes an AlphaTauri, because once again the game is retarded, and anybody who lags out, the game decides to send the AI ahead off of the lights. So once again, that you could just already see 2 glitches in the space of 2 seconds there, which is brilliant. And then this advertising board here, that Rolex board, the one painted onto the tarmac, that is glitched. Sorry, I wasn't even looking at the start. Here we go now, but Quasboy off for a brilliant start here. Ray Fizz in behind. I wasn't even looking at the start. I was busy complaining about Codemasters. Bonnie off to a good start though, up into 3rd position. JB Cyril in behind in 5th. Everyone off to pretty much a clean start. I think Ben Roberts and Ted now at the back having a little bit of battle. Here goes Noisy Boy, which is silver starting, and people are going wheel to wheel, and that is what happens when you go wheel to wheel through turn 1. That happens. You through turn 1, through turn 4, you receive big damage, and Seal and Ferrari just getting that. And the Quasboy doing very well. Can the Alfa Romeo team have a better race than they had last one? It's everyone very, very close here. We could see some overtaking here. Will it be Isaac Smart down the inside of Shakes here? And it does indeed get the move done. Shakes came back onto the track there quite aggressively, almost colliding into the side of Watts. But in the end, not getting the move done. Sorry guys, I didn't think the start would go that quickly. I was in my own world there, if I'm honest, just trying to complain about this horrendous game. Will Shakes look for the move? He's going to send it. That's quite a late send, and this may allow Watts to get involved now in this battle as well. It's right on board. So we go down into turn 2. He's going to hold it round the outside here. So DBD is actually joined, interestingly, even though Ted is in his position. Oh, and then DBD's now left. As Ted trying to climb his way up the field, he actually invalidated his lap during quali, so he's had to start towards the back of the grid. But no fear, because you can easily come back through the grid. He's started on the soft tyres. So last time he started on the mediums, did a bit of an alternate strategy, getting a little bit loose on the rear there. As will Silver Star look for the move? Noisy, I'm going to just call him Noisy Boy from now on. Noisy Boy here, will he look for the move? Isn't going to go forward there. Possibly might be looking for the move into turn 1 if he can get close enough to the AlphaTauri, but there'll be no DRS, remember. That one DRS detection zone feeds both DRS zones. And so if you are behind the car in that DRS zone, you will have DRS for both zones, not just the first one. As, yep, everyone just getting off clean at the moment. Isaac Smart, they're going to go wheel to wheel with Shakes, and he's going to take it round the outside. It's very, very close between these guys at the back, and Shakes has had a spin. I think it was a little nudge from the racing point of Watts there, But Shakes in the house having a bit of a spin. Let's have a look here and see if anyone's going to look for a move down into turn 12. No moves there. DBD keeps on joining and then leaving, interestingly. Apparently he's in a Williams. Even though Ted is actually filling in for him. Gav, mate, you might want to sort that out, pal, because Ted was replacing him, so I don't really know what's happened there. Oh, now he's joined. Surely we can't have two drivers for one, because Ted is technically the official replacement, so I think Ted will get the points. So Isaac Smart picking up the first penalty of this second race. See, will anybody be looking to potentially have an overtake into turn 1? That is just an AI there. That is going to Ted right up behind the racing point of Watts currently. Ted's actually had a lot better run through here, but it's gone a bit wide there. Green Chicken actually possibly looking for the move on Ted, and there's contact as Ben Roberts hit the back end of Ted there. Ted being forced around the outside is going to have the better line as Green Chicken got on that inside curb and went all sorts of sideways through there as Noisy Boy right up behind Isaac Smart. Will there be an overtake? Not going to go for it there. Isaac Smart apparently just ahead through the DRS zone. He's going to have it again into the second one. It's the advantage that you have on this track, but Ted and Wiggly style into the pits early. On lap 5 here. I can imagine we might see a few people come into the pits very soon, as the softs do degrade very, very quickly on this track. As Bequaz Boy leading the way, this looking a lot better for the AlphaTauri team. Very wide on the exit of turn 11 though. Wants to be careful that he doesn't keep on picking up more penalties as Ray Fizz lurking behind, but Bon Evil closely behind Ray Fizz. Let's have a look here. JMB Stroll not far behind in Sexify. It's going to go through the AI. Not coming into the pits though, does this Exify. Bon Evil stays out on those soft tyres. As Noise Boy into the pits. No one else being claimed by the, what I'm dubbing now as the death of advertising boards. DBD apparently retiring even though someone else was driving for him. Interestingly. Seems odd. Anyway, finally getting my interval gaps back. Another Codemasters bug. As someone's round and it's Sexify has had a spin up at turn 5. Another turn 5 spinner. It's Watts picking up a 30-second time penalty. Oh, Dylan, are you, are you DB? Oh, that makes sense. You're DBD. Ah, makes sense, Okay, that makes sense. And Zexify spinning again. Possibly maybe should have come in for that pit stop. As Isaac Smart right up behind Drams. It's AI again. Stop doing that. Not again, it's an AI. Here comes Bon Evil into the pits. And that means Isaac Smart, funnily enough, will take the lead in this race. With Watts right behind. And Ben Roberts and Green Chicken. All these guys have still have been on the mediums since the start of the race. So we're looking to take these into the end of the race, round about lap 13 or 14. So these guys are going to be able to go on a little bit longer. Alright, okay, that makes sense, mate, makes sense. But yeah, there was some replacements for you anyway, so you got some replacements in. Everyone just going past the AI. Finally, the AI comes into the pits now, so we're not going to have any confusion. But Quazboy actually right up behind Green Chicken now. Surely be looking for the move. He's going to activate all that he has in the car, but you just see the dirty air. It's just so much. But he will actually have the move done down into turn 1, and indeed does get the move done. And once again, we'll have the DRS off of the exit just to help him speed away there. But Quazboy up into 4th position now, getting through the traffic. As be good anyway to see if he could just form a gap to Ray Fizz. He's able to. I think there's going to be a bit of a battle here between the Williams and the Mercedes. Could be Ray Fizz now looking for the move on Green Chicken, and as I said, this will be good for Quazboy because Quazboy's actually opened the gap up to Ray Fizz, and Quazboy actually looking for a move again. He's going to go down the inside of Ben Roberts, and he indeed does get the move done. So this is what I'm saying. This is good for Quazboy. He can open up the gaps now, use the traffic to his advantage, try and slow Ray Fizz down, and Bon Evil around the outside of Green Chicken actually there. And a good move there from the other Alfa Romeo, the Sauber. Sauber have had so many partnerships over the years. That actually. It's been the team that's been like, team's never really taken off. It's always been towards the back end of the field. To be fair though, when they had Leclerc and Ericsson in, what was it, 2018? Yeah, 2018. Leclerc and Ericsson 18. That was a very, very good lineup. And they actually, they got back some really good points actually in that season. They had a very, very good season. As here he goes, Ray Fizz now, looking to the outside. And, is it going to be Bon Evil's going to thread the needle, going to go down the inside of both of them, and it's going to go 3 wide into turn 4. This could get very interesting here. Here goes Bon Evil now, going to go try and go down the inside. And there's a little bit of contact, but in the end, Bon Evil gets past Ray Fizz, and Ray Fizz has fallen to the back of the pack, at the back of this front pack anyway, and this has really allowed Quazboy to just steam ahead here, possibly get the win, with 8 laps to go in this race. Such a chunky curb there, big curbs through that chicane. It's a very nice move there from Bon Evil. Managed to just thread the needle between the McLaren and the Williams and the Mercedes. And then, no, it was McLaren and Mercedes, sorry. It wasn't McLaren and Mercedes, but here goes Bon Evil. The move, sorry, Boy, sorry, the move on Isaac Smart. Now Boy can kind of see if he can just pull away a little bit. He's got some nice clean air ahead of him. So this may allow him to just open up a gap now, as Bonnie will be right behind Isaac Smart. And probably won't be able to go for a move, as there will be a bit of a slipstream train. Bonnie going to send it though. And I'm sure the McLaren now will try and look for a move back. And he's going to have the better run down into turn 2. It's going to go wheel to wheel here. And indeed, Boneville does get the move done. And it's not great for Boy. If we look at the... penalties, though, Boy on the same penalties as everyone else. So Boy actually in a good position at the moment. Yeah, the Alfa Romeo's doing very, very well in the second race, Gav. I agree. A very, very good comeback. Told you, these two, the comeback kings, Boneville and Boy in the Weekend League. The comeback kings in the Weekend League. Always with a big comeback, whether it's from last to first in a race, or whether it's, you know, one race they don't do so well, the next race they do very, very well. But, yeah, we're seeing it here. Two Alfa Romeos. And we've got a spinner at the back. It's Green Chicken. Turn 5 once again. The killer curb on the inside of turn 5. And Ray Fizz now for the move on Isaac Smart. As Isaac Smart actually coming into the pits for the set of what will be soft tyres. It is, and it's going to get those to the end of the race. As always, a one stop in these races is 25%. Why so many races today? Because we have 2 weekend leagues, that's why. Because we had an overload of people wanting to do the weekend league. I don't know why, but they did. But yeah, that's why. Usually, on a weekly basis, we have Monday Academy, Tuesday Freshman, Wednesday Premier, Thursday Super, Friday's GT Sport, and then Sunday is the one weekend league. That's what we had last season. Obviously things are changing a little bit now because we've got more drivers wanting to come into the weekend league than the main leagues, but I don't know why. I mean, I prefer the main leagues. I think they're a lot better. I think the racing's better. I think the calendar's a lot longer, so it provides a nice sort of championship battle. You know what I mean? So that's my opinion anyway, obviously. And the main leagues are free, it's true. Main leagues are completely free. No costs. All for the expense of your own racingness. Good words there, good words. Don't know why I was riding on board with Request Boy, but hang on, when did Boneville get past Request Boy? Since whenever that happened, then. True, it's true, Dutchy, very true. But I think this ends actually when the evaluation races are starting up. So, if any of you weekend league drivers out there want to join the main leagues, please go and join, because the academy's full, but we can shuffle people around because we want to try and keep Freshman, Premier and Super, so we may take the fastest of the academy and just move them up if needs be. So if you want to join the academy, it is free. It is a nice extended calendar. The academy calendar will be around about 12 races or a break week. So if you want to join, we can do, and if you need so, we can move you up if we don't have enough people, because we've only got 38 drivers for the main leagues and we need about 60, so we need more people. So please, I beg, go and join the main leagues. But anyway, we're going to see an overtake. It's going to be Isaac Smart down the inside of Wiggly Style, and indeed does get the move done up into 7th position. And we've got a little bit of a battle on our hands here for first place. And this could get quite spicy because Bequaz Boy and Bonnie Evil both with 6 seconds to their name. However, Ray Fizz only with 3. So this could go many places. These guys, 11-second gap to JB Surreal as well. So these guys absolutely flying out front here. We're going to have a little bit of a 3-way battle on our hands. 15 here. Yeah, you can do Dutchy. There's a couple of people saying actually that they're struggling to race without sort of struggling to do stuff without the racing line because they've been so used to having the racing lines. So that's why people are joining the weekend league. But I think with a bit of help, with a bit of training, we can get some people into the main leagues. Hopefully, possibly, maybe. Yeah, the Jutsi brothers have won enough race for today. Yeah, the Jutsi brothers have been winning a lot of weekend league races today. Jutsi Kev won both the first 2, and then Ray Fizz. Yeah, a lot of them anyway. But yeah, we'll figure something out, guys. We'll figure something out. But yeah, we would love more people to be in the main leagues because that's where it all started, and that's where we do all the stuff. That's where all the main stuff happens anyway. We always crown a champion in each of the leagues. Last season's freshman champion, Absolute 11. Last season's Premier champion, Natty. Last season's Super League champion, Dutchy. So yeah, it's not Dutchy, Piero. No, wait. Sorry, hang on. Whoa. A minute, wait. Yeah, it was Piero. No, it was Dutchy. No, it was Piero. No. Wait, who won the Super League last season? My head is not working. Because it was Piero and Dutchy. Dutchy was a certain... No, it was Dutchy. Yeah, it was Dutchy. It was Dutchy. Yeah. Sorry, Piero. There'll be one time, mate. Piero, next season's Super League with Dutchy's gone now. You've got your chance, mate. Take the opportunity while it's there. Yeah, Dylan, mate. It's all about just gradually turning those assists off. You know what I mean? And then it's that's all it is. So, pretty fast driver, but this is my first F1 game, so I haven't learned when to brake, so I can't drive around the racing line corners. Well, Reek kid, it's all about just you know, try them without racing line and just try finding those braking points. Use the braking boards. The braking boards are. That's why they're there, is for you to use them. Use different pieces of surroundings of the track, like advertising boards or you know, like pieces of tarmac, like as in like an escape road, or you know, different barriers, or you know, signs or whatever. Just, or you know what I mean. Just pick up. Use different things as you brake. You got to find that braking point. Use the start of a curb. Most of the time, the start of a curb is will be where the start of the braking point is. Don't use braking boards. That's what the braking boards are there for. Numpty Dutchy is for you to use. Yeah, and it will just come naturally, Piero. Don't listen to Dutchy, he's an idiot. No, but you can actually use, like, the curbs, black boxes, advertising boards. Dutchy does make a point. But some cases, you can use braking boards. Like, most corners are 100-meter boards most of the time. Most of the time. Not all the time, most of the time. Some corners not, some corners, yeah. Oh, he's getting angry now. He's getting... Moving aside, Bonnie will come across and take the win, but will she keep it? Because it is going to be, once again, it's going to be another Jutsi brother. It's Ray Fizz, but both Alfa Romeos on the podium this time after they had a pretty disappointing race last time. And JMB Sorrell going to come across in 4th, Watts in 5th, and it's going to be Noisy Boy in 6th. It's going to be Isaac Smart in 8th. It's going to be Wiggler Styles 6th. Noisy Boy 7th. Isaac Smart 8th. I will see CLM Ferrari come in 9th. Ben Roberts cross in 10th. Green Chicken going to come across in 11th. Saxify cross in 12th. And that is going to be it. Yeah, so once again, another weekend of the weekend league down. Scouting, you're slow. Yeah, Green Chicken, possibly the hards might have been the way to go. Yeah, 4 out of 4 for the Jutsi family. And there is Ray Fizz once again taking the win. Yep, that was the final grid. And the final race of this weekend. So yeah, thank you to everyone for joining. Thank you to everyone for racing. And next weekend, I believe... What track are we on? I don't know what track we're on. Let me find out. Let's have a look. Go, Mason. Weekend League. Oh, it's Italy. Sweet. Alright, so we're back next week for Monza. So we've gone from no overtaking to overtaking. But yeah, Italy then Singapore. But yeah, we'll see you all next weekend for the Weekend League in Monza.